How YouTubers make money has completely changed. In 2026, a lot of creators are still grinding the same monetization tactics and wondering why YouTube isn't paying anymore. Some channels struggle to make $100 a month, and others turn the same views into a full-time income or more. And let me tell you this, it's not about views, it's about using the right monetization methods. So in this video, I'll break down which YouTube income streams are a complete waste of time, what actually pays enough to replace a salary, why most creators are stuck in low income tiers for years, and how top creators turn YouTube into a real business. So if you are building a channel to make real money, this video is for you, because we don't chase AdSense here, but we build systems that pay whether you upload or not. Let's start with monetization tiers. Here we have tier 0, which is basically AdSense only. This is what most beginners rely on. Some people believe that this is the end goal, but this is not really the end goal. It's not making that much money. And even if you check earnings from my own channel, you will see that it's not that much when you consider that I was working for it for the whole year, right? So typical income is between $50 to $1,500 per month. And why it's risky? Because usually you're getting quite low RPMs, you depend on the algorithm, and you have no control over your business, right? So as you can see here, I was recording about AI before, and I had 1.5 million views. And as you can see, revenue per mile, which is basically revenue per 1,000 views, was less than $5 for me, right? And this is pretty standard for nearly any niche. If you're creating anything related to business, it might be higher, but let's say around $5 is standard across all the channels. So now ask yourself, is it that easy to generate 1.5 million views? And with long form content. It's not short form content, because short form content is paying way different rates, and I will show you this in a second. And this is what most gurus will not tell you, because they are just looking to sell you their solutions, but they are not really looking to give you the best possible option that will make you the most amount of money. That's why they promote all these faceless channels and all these AI generated channels that are not making that much money either. So AdSense, in my opinion, is just a bonus, not an end goal, and it's especially weak if you post shorts only, but I'll explain in a second. And here are real numbers behind AdSense, and this will help you with answering the question if it's really worth it or not. As I mentioned, typical revenue per 1,000 views will be between $2 to $8 for most niches. There'll be also $10 to $20 per 1,000 views, but for only a few niches. So we can safely say that for every 100 views you will get between $200 to $800, and I would say it's not that great rate in my opinion, especially when you consider how much effort you need to put to actually make those videos, right? So as I mentioned, AdSense is mainly a bonus that covers your business expenses, but is not the best source of income. You should have other sources that are better than that. And here is also a very uncomfortable truth. The more viral you go, the lower the RPM. And you ask why? I'll explain in a second as well. So here is how much money I was making from AdSense only. As you can see, in January it was 500, February 800, March 1400, then April 800, May 600, and then in June we had $364. So it's not that much when you consider that I was recording 3 times per week. So why shorts, AI channels, and faceless automation are a trap? This really feels productive because you feel like you're doing something, but in reality you just get quick views, fast dopamine, and to keep up with other accounts you need to create low effort output. And this is the trap, because shorts and AI channels don't build trust as people approach them as a quick way to produce content, but this is not really the case. So what you actually get is attention spikes, income dips, and burnout cycles. And here is how much money you can expect to be making per 1,000 views. This is from one of my shorts that I published on this channel, and as you can see, revenue per 1,000 engaged views is only 25 cents. So as you can see, it's not a lot of money, so you need a lot of views to actually make it work. So I want to save you years on publishing shorts, because as you can see, it's not really calculating into any real income. And here is the massive gap that most people don't see. There are 2 creators and they have the same views, the same subs, and the same niche, right? And one of them makes $800 per month, while the other makes $15,000 per month. And the only difference between them is the monetization method, because the creator A only uses AdSense and the creator B is using AdSense, affiliates, products, community, and backend offers, and this will always outperform someone who is just relying on AdSense. So they will get the same views, but they will get widely different income. And as you can see, top creators are doing the same thing. So for example, here we have Ali Abdul, right? We can check his description, and here's promoting tools. So here he is getting some commission when people are using it. Here he is getting people into his newsletter. Here he also has like productivity summit, and he also sell a course. So here's, for example, a course. So there's a lot of things in one place, and that's why he is top creator, because he has all these income streams involved. The same when it comes to Graham. as you can see, he is promoting certain tool here, so this is probably a brand deal, and he is also promoting his own community here, right? As you can see here. And here is one more creator I wanted to mention. It's Szaton, and I was watching this guy for a very long time when I had my marketing agency before. And this guy only has 29,000 subscribers, and he's making around $40,000 to $50,000 per month with his YouTube channel. So as you can see, he has, let's say, similar number to subscribers that I have, but he's making much more money just because he was building his channel properly from the beginning. And that usually means fewer subscribers and fewer views, but you're making much more money from other offers that you have. Now, here we have tier 1, which is basically AdSense plus affiliates. This one is usually the first upgrade creators make. It can be done even without AdSense. So for example, you are just getting started, you don't have any products, you can just start with promoting affiliate offers. Typical income here can be between $500 to $3,000 per month, and it works when you review tools, you recommend software, you recommend products, or you solve buyer intent problems. And the truth is, in every niche you can find affiliate products, but these are the best products in my opinion that will pay you the best commission. It is still fragile because you still depend on a platform and you need to go viral to actually make it work, because you need views so you actually get enough money, right? And here are two examples. So here we have a commission that I'm getting from 11 Labs. And here is how I made in total from 11 Labs, just promoting the link to it. And here is also another program. So this is what you can expect. When you promote all those tools, but they should be good tools, you're getting some cut from it. So someone paid $132 and my commission from is $26.40. So this is better than nothing, but as I mentioned, you are still dependent on the algorithm, and if you don't go viral and if you don't get enough traffic, it will not work. So that's why it's still fragile. Let me show you what is a better option. So here we have the next tier, which is tier 2, digital products, template, courses, you name it. And this is where income actually starts skyrocketing. Typical income can be between $2,000 to $15,000 per month. And it works because you have high margins, you control pricing, and you don't need massive views. You just need the right kind of views. And this is basically the same thing that Szaton was doing on his channel, right? So this is the first tier where YouTube stops being risky and it becomes a real business, because you can have something like that. And this is an example how I promote my own things like courses and digital products. This is the landing page that people see before joining, and this is how you can do it. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just a simple photo with 3 screenshots and a simple headline and a sub headline. That's it. But now let me show you even better combination. So here we have tier number 3, which is paid communities and also coaching. So this is where your income actually becomes predictable. Typical income can be between $3,000 to $30,000 per month. And it works when your members get outcomes, people stay longer than 1 or 2 months, and content turns into system. So this is where you can have this predictability, because you are not doing more work by yourself, but you actually implement systems that do the work for you. So record the video once, and then all the other things are just working because of this one video. And this is probably the first tier where creators start making life-changing money. Here's one example. It is from 2021 when I was selling this kind of offers and was not a full coaching for like 90 days, but it was just one-off session. And as you can see, during the whole year, I just made £59,000, which should be probably around $70,000 or something like that. And average selling price was £200 per session. So again, around $230 per session, something like that. So this was really good. And now I can tell you that this was one of the easiest tier to manage, and income was very predictable. But there is even something better than that. So then we have tier 4, which is software, tools, or systems. And this tier most creators never reach, but in reality, they should start with this tier. So typical income here is between $5,000 to $100,000 per month, and it's super powerful because it's recurring revenue, it's tied less to your personality, and it's real business, and it has also real business valuation. And this is how creators escape the influencer hell. And here's also an example of what it might look like when they are actually selling those offers. Now, here is tier number 5, which is probably the end goal, and only top 1% of creators do it. And that's why they are top 1 creators. They are making the most amount of money out of every channel. Even if when you have like Mr. Beast, these channels can make more money, although they are not the biggest YouTubers on the planet. So this is more accessible for all of us if we just stay consistent enough. So typical income can be 6 to 7 figures annually, and that includes brand deals, software, digital products, communities, media companies, equity stakes. And the truth is, at this level, YouTube is just the traffic source, because all the platforms are just a traffic source. It doesn't really matter if it's Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, it's all traffic source. So if you don't treat it in this way and you just treat it as your boss, then at some point this boss can fire you. So treat YouTube as a traffic source and have these fundamentals in place to actually grow and monetize in 2026 and beyond. And honestly, this is how you should treat it from day one. So it's not like you should treat YouTube differently when you're just getting started. You should treat it the same way as top 1 creators treat it. So then you can implement the same solutions early, because the truth is, these people that get to 1%, they're not better than you or that better than me. They just know what they need to have in place to make it work. And then at some point, even if they are making enough money, they, for example, introduce ads, and they are also increasing their sales just by investing in their advertising. And here is why viral videos usually have lower RPM. So viral videos will attract broad audiences, low buying intent, and cheap advertisers as well. And high RPM comes from specific problems, clear intent, and valuable niches. So here is a simple rule: the more everyone your video is for, the less advertisers and buyers pay. And let me give you a few examples. Here is the first one, which is my own example. This video had RPM of $10, which is quite strong, I would say. This video, however, had only RPM of $4 because the energy is different here. So here we are attracting people that want to make it work. Here we are actually making people afraid, scared. So that's why, we will get more views, but lower quality views as well. And here is another example. We have video made by Mr. Beast, 100 pilots fight for a private jet, right? 110 million views. Obviously, he's one of the biggest creators on the planet, so obviously he will get a lot of views. But these kind of videos will have quite low RPM because literally anyone can be interested in watching this, right? And here we have the second video, which was made by Carson Fox. And we have idiot-proof site ideas, guide to $50,000 per month, right? Again, this video is completely different, has completely different energy. And as I mentioned, this guy is making a lot of money with quite a small channel. So now let's compare this situation. On the left, we have Mr. Beast video. And this video costs a lot to make, right? You need to hire a lot of people, scenery, this jet. This costs a lot. So it's not accessible for everyone. And let's say he will be making a lot of money. Probably monetary value will be higher than what Carson is making from his channel, but Carson has very low cost to run this channel. So let's say when he's making $50,000 per month, I assume that he is retaining 90% from this money. So now let's say you're making $50,000 per month with such a channel. Now you can keep 90%, which means you can keep $45,000 per month before tax, obviously, but this is a lot of money. This is more money than most people will ever see or make during the whole year. So this is why you should actually create videos for the right kind of people. So what you should focus on if you want YouTube to change your life. First, stop chasing new tricks and niches, more views, and more virality. Instead, you should focus on clear positioning, be useful to a specific person, clear monetization, ideally stack multiple layers of monetization, and then a clear next step for the viewer. So you want to give them this transformation. So you should be building leverage that keeps paying when you stop uploading, compounds over time, and gets more available the longer you play. So this is everything you need. And here are all the tiers. And top 1 creators on YouTube are in this tier 5 when they are stacking a lot of income streams together. And this is what I want you to do as well. Even if you have just 100, 500, 10,000 subscribers, it doesn't really matter. You want to have all these things in place. Obviously, you will not build them all at once, but start with one. Once it's working, one is making money, then introduce another one. And this is how you, at some point, you will outperform your competition because you'll be making more money than them. So you can also invest more in your channel, in ads, or basically in your growth. This is how you win. This is the secret sauce that most creators will not tell you about. And they will just tell you, oh, create faceless videos or create AI generated videos. And if you are stuck and want help applying this to your channel, there's a link in the description where you can work directly with me or identify what's holding your channel back, build a clear monetization plan, and focus on income that doesn't depend on the algorithm anymore. But if you would rather do it by yourself, there is also a second link in the description for that. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.